13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Texans.
Okay, quick. 19 Tiger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First and 10, it's Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on second and 12. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that trick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he stopped immediately there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Burnett.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense had geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They start the drive with Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In his own end zone, it's Allen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Hand off left side, Pierce to about the 26 here. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
In motion, the tight end. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
19 White. 19 Driver. 19 Green.
The center receiver in motion to the right.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Up to the 20. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Give left side for Pierce.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. The 20. 10. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Cook going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Again, it's Cook.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
James Cook
With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Pierce now up the middle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw here.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action, Allen eluding the pressure right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And complete right side to Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And room there to work it inside the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give left side to Cook.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Steps away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Ready! Hot 70! Hot 70! Hurt!
2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
46-yard line.
Second and 11.
He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
79 Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Texans scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
18 runners.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Burnett.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run here with Pierce. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 6. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Cook again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some space here. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 19-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14.
The return.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Buffalo 18. Seven Pirates.
2nd and 9 now. This ball caught by Mechie.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Allen off the play fake. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They run again on first down. Cook. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Over the middle, complete. That's Burnett. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So Allen's going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On play action, Allen. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Buffalo, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next.